Okay, was looking at this. This was part of the prep. All right, I'm getting there.
Yeah, Chainlink has a huge audience. Even on election night, people still want to know where Link is going.
Right, right. The president is irrelevant. What's going on with Chainlink?
Gotta love crypto.
Yes, you you do. You do. All right, here we go. Chainlink. Okay, so Chainlink makes these consolidation formations and then it likes to turn around and go higher, right? We have triangles, we have squares, and then this over here is a parallel channel that I'm drawing, which shockingly, it actually did, it actually did get down to the bottom of the triangle, the bottom of the channel rather, right here. I drew it and I wasn't expecting it. So if you feel like you're a little bit bewildered and puzzled out there, folks, you're not alone. Okay. So with Chainlink, it's like with all altcoins, right? It looks washed out. It looks like it's ready to go up. The only question is there going to be one more final heave, right? Is everybody going to go, oh my God, I have to sell my alts? Or is everybody going to go, oh my God, is Bitcoin going to go up and wreck alts? Or is it going to be just wreck alts, right? Higher dollar, whatever. Point is with Chainlink, I think here, okay, at this $10 level, particularly if they attempt any flush below that, I think there are going to be buyers down there, right? I mean, I'm sorry. If Chainlink is not a buy in front of 10 or just below 10, well, then we can have a really short show, folks. So if Chainlink tries to sweep the low and attacks 10, I say buy Chainlink. And if you can't buy Chainlink at 10, then the whole market's going to get wrecked.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I apologize. I was on mute. So I was saying that's very interesting. So let's take a step back. So since it's the election, so you mentioned earlier that basically if the dollar is strong, crypto goes down, right? If the dollar is weak, people hedged in crypto. So how would people play Chainlink specifically? Do you think Chainlink will be the catalyst for alts because it's one of the biggest alts out there, or do you think it's something else?
Okay, so
If somebody right now has Chainlink, how how would you play it if you have
okay,
Chainlink right
so
now?
here's how I'd play it. I would definitely own Chainlink at these prices, right? So if I started out with nothing, I would have some Chainlink because if Ether takes off, Chainlink's going to go and then some, right? The way I would play Chainlink is I'd have some, and then if Chainlink tried to go below 10 and run stops, and everybody got hysterical because the dollar went up, right? In other words, if the dollar's like a wrecking ball, right? If it goes up, it wrecks all of crypto and alts in particular. Now, why is that? Well, because guess what, folks? Crypto, and I say this with a degree of pride, is one of the only free markets on the planet that central banks or, organizations like OPEC can't manipulate. We're on our own. Now, that's great and not great. On a night like tonight, it's not great because, if everybody comes in to sell at once, you're going to have shocking things on your screen, just like you did yesterday. So you play Chainlink. If everybody goes, oh my God, believing that the dollar's going to go up and stay up, I don't think the dollar's going to go up and stay up. I think Chainlink is like the new Microsoft. It's the new thing that connects everybody. Chainlink will be a part of what I call the new QQQ, the new FANG or NASDAQ 100. 5 years from now, you'll say, oh, yeah, I could have bought Chainlink on election night. Just like 4 years ago, you could have bought S&P. Oh my God, way lower.
Okay, now what about the other oracles out there, right? Because some people see Chainlink has mooned and think they've missed that rocket ship, and they say, okay, what about DIA, and all these other competing oracles that are doing the same thing with maybe solid technology or fundamentals, but at a fraction of the price? Do you think those would be safe plays now, or is it too volatile, too risky, especially during election night?
Okay, so great question. So when I look at the charts, like let's say we pull up something that's a little bit more risky, right? Like DIA. Okay. Now, if you look at this chart, right? Let me get a 4-hour up. Okay. So the good news is, DIA is at support, right? It bounced here once before and it could bounce again. Okay. This setup here is particularly bullish. All right. So in the short term, I think the bands and the DIAs and whatnot, if crypto goes up, they could benefit from the first spike. So if you're a gambler, right, we try not to encourage gambling, but if you're a gambler and you want to try one of these, I think it's good for a trade. Okay. I think if you want to own something like Chainlink and you want to invest and you want to own the next QQQ, then if there's a flush, you run in and buy Chainlink. Now, like I said, so let's go over this. So if you're a gambler, you take a shot at DIA probably right now. All right. If you're an investor, you take a shot at Chainlink right now with the idea that you're going to buy more if it tries to go below 10. Now, with these things like DIA and Band, okay, if there's a flush lower, don't catch the falling knife in that stuff, folks. Like if alts go down 25%, okay, if they go down 10%, they could go down 25%. So you have to be really careful with the little alts and make sure that the bulls have reestablished control, if that makes sense. Like with Chainlink, I'm a little bit more willing to take the risk that any decline below 10 is BS. You should buy it. But with these smaller coins, you can't be that cavalier unless it's 2% of your portfolio. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah. All right, great analysis. So to our Chainlink or Link Marines, and to anybody out there who's in the Oracle space, tell us what you think down in the comments below.